Chemical properties. Welcome friends, let us go for the next part of discussion, that is chemical properties of the halogen compounds. Chemical properties, in that the first issue for the eligible of discussion is reactivity. Reactivity is nothing but what? Ability of the halogen to chemically combine with the others is said to be the reactivity. This reactivity is found to be decreasing from top to bottom. That is, if we go for the order of reactivity is fluorine is greater than chlorine, is greater than bromine, is greater than iodine. Here reactivity is expected to be decreasing, fluorine is more reactive, whereas iodine is less reactive. Generally, the factors that are affecting over the reactivity, if you go and analyze, then the remembering of order becomes easy. As we discussed in the early classes, halogen is diatomic molecule, whereas halogens are more electronegative elements. In general transformations, halogens are converted to halides, nothing but what? X minus. Let us go for the representation of that one. Suppose this is halogen molecule. This halogen molecule is expected to be converted to X minus halide. This is the chemical reaction related our reactant halogen fate. Halogen molecule is converted to halogen atom. Halogen atom take up the electron and it will be converted to where? Halide ion, that is followed by electron. And this is for one atom we are writing. So therefore half of halogen after taking electron it is converted to halide ion. This is the active part of the halogen molecule in general whenever it is involved in chemical transformations. That is, in chemical transformation, halogen molecule is broken into halogen atom and halogen atom takes up the electron and that will be converted to halide ion. These are the things that will decide the reactivity of the halogen. Here two things are there. Whereas here halogen molecule is broken into halogen atom, that is said to be bond dissociation energy. And second one is halogen atom after taking electron it is converted to halide ion, that is said to be electron affinity. So bond dissociation energy and electron affinity combination decides which halogen is having higher reactivity and the whichever is having lower reactivity and related to the order. Let us go for the bond dissociation energy, else we will go. First of all, here what is going to be happening? Here it is having two parts. Part one is half of molecule we are taking, that will be converted to atom. This is known as bond dissociation. Whereas the second reaction involved in this is X. After taking electron it is converted to X minus, that is halide ion. This is said to be electron affinity. Now let us go once again for the bond dissociation energy. Already we made the discussion. Electron affinity orders. Then as a result of combination of these two, we will be in a position that which halogen is having higher reactivity and whichever is having lower reactivity. Bond dissociation energies of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine maintains the order that chlorine, bromine followed by fluorine and the last one is iodine. In this case, interelectronic repulsions plays a major role due to the very closeness of lone pairs present on the adjacent atoms of the halogens, especially fluorine, decreases its bond energy. So its bond energy is little compared to chlorine and the bromine. So highest bond energy is present for the chlorine, then for the bromine, and next one is fluorine, and least bond energy is present for the iodine. Whereas electron affinity, in case of electron affinity also, the electron density plays a role to maintain some other order compared to the regular expected order. Thus here chlorine is maintaining higher electron affinity, then as per the order is concerned, the next position is for fluorine and then is bromine and the last one is what? Iodine. By combination of these two, that is bond dissociation energy is a required energy, that is positive sign, whereas electron affinity is liberated amount of energy, exothermic reaction, hence it is given as negative sign. Delta H is positive here, delta H is negative. But for bond, for our reference, half bond has to be broken and has to be converted to 1 mole of halogen atom. That 1 mole of halogen atom has to be converted to halide ion by taking that sufficient quantities of the reactant related involvement. Then we can go for the calculations and we will decide the order of reactivity of the halogens in chemical combination. Yes, for the reactivity in the formation of halide ion minus, the involved steps are, one is breaking of the bond and second one is majorly involved steps are breaking of the bond, first one followed by electron affinities, breaking of the bond related energy by considering half of the molecule, that is 158 by 278, this is endothermic reaction, and second one is electron affinity which is exothermic reaction. All the values related to the fluoride ion formation, chloride, bromide and the iodide formation, majorly involved portions. Whereas this order is everywhere it is energy releasing process. In that highest amount of energy is liberated for the fluorine and least amount of energy is liberated for the iodine. But here it is just not the sufficient. Here the conversion of molecule from the solid state to liquid, liquid state to gaseous state is also present. That is always an endothermic reaction, energy consuming process. If we account that one also, then the energy liberated will be goes on decreasing. In case of bromine it will be little, in case of iodine it is still little. So therefore overall energy liberated order, if you look at for the formation of halide ions, fluorine case highest amount of energy is liberated, then it gradually decreases and the least value is present for the iodine. Hence the reactivity is maintained in such a way that fluorine is having higher reactivity than chlorine, then bromine, and the least reactivity is present for the iodine. This is the reason why halogens maintains high reactivity, and moreover why the order of reactivity decreases from top to bottom, why fluorine is having high reactivity, why the order shuffling occurs in case of chlorine and bromine, why iodine is having least reactivity, why that particular order has to be maintained is the latent heats present in the conversion of solid to liquid material and liquid to gas material. Whereas in this case of bromine, it is present in liquid state. Elementarily it is present in liquid state, hence it is having only latent heat of vaporization. Whereas in case of iodine, it is associated with the latent heat of melting followed by latent heat of vaporizations in it. Thus, though it is finding as 220, it is not 220, it will be less than 220. It is not 229, it is very less than 229, but the order is maintained, highest to least, graduality is maintained. Hence the order of reactivity is found to be fluorine is greater than, chlorine is greater than, bromine is greater than iodine. The second important point for the discussion in terms of reactivity is oxidizing power of halogens. As we know, halogens are more electronegative. They readily take up the electron. As a result, they are converted to the halide ions. So therefore, they are taking electrons, they are absorbing electrons, they are imbibing electrons. Hence, they are acting as good oxidizing agents because they oxidize the others. The electron is coming from the counter component that will undergoes oxidation. For that oxidation purpose, these are acting as agents, hence these are known as oxidizing agents. Whereas here in case of the halogens, it is observed that the smaller halogen replaces the bigger halide to the halogen atom and itself it is converted to the halide ion. Suppose let us consider X2 is the smaller halogen, X dash minus is the bigger halide ion. When these two are chemically combined, it is converted to X minus, smaller is converted to halide ion, it is taking electrons, whereas the bigger one is converted to the halogen. Thus, fluorine replaces halides like chloride, bromide, iodide to corresponding chlorine, bromine and the iodine, and in that process F minus is formed. Similarly, chlorine on reaction with bromide and iodide is converted to the bromine and iodine followed by chloride. Similarly, bromine on reaction with I minus, iodide is converted to iodine followed by Br minus. The reactivity order related to the oxidation, otherwise oxidizing agent nature, is fluorine is greater than, chlorine is greater than, bromine is greater than iodine. This is the order related to the oxidation ability. This particular oxidation ability order can also be predicted from the standard reduction potentials. Standard reduction potentials of halogens fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine are 2.87 to 0.062. All are positive and all are decreasing from top to bottom. Thus the top one is highly interested to undergo reduction, hence it is acting as good oxidizing agent, whereas the bottom one is relatively least interested to undergo reduction, hence it is acting as least oxidizing agent. Thus fluorine is the most oxidizing agent, hence it is also known as super halogen, and iodine is relatively least oxidizing agent present in the series of halogens from the fluorine to the iodine. These SRPs are the results of delta G involved in the process. The another way of representation of delta G, that is delta G is equal to minus N into F into E. Whereas this SRP value is corresponding E is represented. In this particular process, halogen is converted to X minus in the aqueous solution. That is halogen from its elemental situation, E has to convert it to liquid in physical state, has to convert it to gas in physical state, then it has to involve in bond dissociation followed by electron gaining enthalpy followed by hydration. All these varieties of energies addition leads to the delta G. So therefore delta G of this particular process, which in turn represented as SRPs, is latent heat of melting, latent heat of vaporization, latent heat of, that is bond dissociation energy followed by electron gain enthalpy followed by hydration enthalpy of the X minus. Combination of these of all results into delta G, and the delta G values for the fluoride formation, bromide formation and the chloride formation and the iodide formation are like this. Here the fusion is represented by delta H1, vaporization is represented by delta H2, dissociation by delta H3, electron affinity is delta H4 and the hydration energy is delta H5. Half molecule is involved because to produce 1 mole of the atoms over there, delta H1 by 2 plus delta H2 by 2 of vaporization followed by bond dissociation also half molecules, delta H3 by 2 plus delta H4 and the delta H5. All combinations results into delta H. The delta H of fluorine is minus 767, chlorine is minus 598 and the iodine is minus 437 kilojoules per mole. In every of the process, energy is liberated, that is exothermic reaction indicated by minus, and more energy is liberated in the fluoride ion formation and least energy is liberated in the iodide ion formation. So therefore reactivity is also maintained in the same order. Fluorine is having higher reactivity, then chlorine is having next bromine, and the least reactivity is present for the iodine. Thus oxidation ability of halogens maintains the order as fluorine is greater than, chlorine is greater than, bromine is greater than iodine. Yes, reaction with water. Halogens are covalent. As being they are covalent, they are very less in amount or soluble inside the halo, inside the water molecule, because water is non-polar, otherwise water is polar and it is having highest dipole moment. Whereas generally the solubility of halogens decreases from top to bottom, but bromine is having exceptionally higher solubility inside the water. These halogens also react with the water. Suppose fluorine is there, fluorine is very special case. It reacts with water and produces hydrogen fluoride followed by oxygen under normal conditions. Under hot water conditions or heating conditions, that reaction leads to the formation of HF followed by ozone, because in this particular process the delta G involved is negative. Whereas remaining halogens like chlorine and bromine also reacts with water, but the reactivity is less, slow reactivity takes place. and the product formed is also different. It is not the oxygen, it is not the ozone. In this case, what happens is chlorine on reaction with water, it leads to the formation of HCl followed by HOCl. One is strong acid, hydrochloric acid, and the HOCl hypochlorous acid formation takes place. Similarly, bromine also reacts with water, forms HBr followed by HOBr. Whereas iodine is having delta G value positive for this transformation in this reaction. So therefore, no reaction takes place. In these reactions, chlorine on reaction with water, it is a disproportionation reaction. That is, intermediate oxidation state is converted to enhanced state as well as the decreased in oxidation state. This is -1 and this is +1. One is increment oxidation, one is decrement reduction. Hence, this reaction is disproportionation reaction. And this reaction is also disproportionation reaction. Whereas solubility of iodine in water increases in presence of potassium iodide because it leads to the new ionic compound, that is potassium iodide, KI3. So therefore I3 minus formation takes place. In the I3 minus formation, most of the iodine is involved, thus solubility of iodine increases in water in the presence of potassium iodide. Thus the overall conclusion is reactivity with water also decreases. Fluorine is a special case. It leads to the formation of oxygen as well as ozone, whereas chlorine and the bromine reacts with water and produces hydrogen chloride and the hypochlorous acid, hydrogen bromide and the hypobromous acid. Iodine does not react with the water. Yes, reaction with bases. Halogens reacts with the bases, that is alkali. Products are also depends on the concentration amounts, that is concentrated conditions of the base and the dilute conditions of the base used decides the nature of the products formed in the transformations. Whereas fluorine is a special case. Fluorine reacts in a separate manner and the products formed are also different. Whereas remaining halogens like chlorine and bromine reacts in the same fashion and gives the same varieties of the products. Fluorine on reaction with dilute alkali, that is dilute sodium hydroxide, that it leads to the formation of oxygen difluoride followed by sodium fluoride. This reaction is a redox reaction. In this, what happens is fluorine 0 is converted to fluorine -1, whereas oxygen of -2 is converted to oxygen of here +2 conditions. Thus here oxygen is having +2 oxidation state, fluorine is having -1 oxidation state. Here also fluorine -1. Hence this reaction is an example of redox reaction. Similarly, the same fluorine on reaction with hot and concentrated sodium hydroxide, the product formed will be different. And in this case, oxygen formation takes place, whereas oxygen of 0 oxidation state, fluorine of -1 oxidation state is present. So therefore, here oxidation occurs for the oxygen, reduction occurs for the fluorine. Hence, it is also example for redox reaction. Whereas chlorine and bromine reacts in the same fashion. In the same way, the products formed will be different with the dilute alkali as well as the concentrated alkali. With the dilute sodium hydroxide, that leads to the formation of sodium chloride followed by sodium hypochlorite. Similarly, with respect to bromine, that is sodium bromide followed by sodium hypobromide formation takes place. Here also what happens is chlorine undergoes oxidation and the reduction. That is, one of the chlorine atom has chloride having -1 oxidation state. Another chlorine atom in the product has chloronium Cl +1 is the oxidation state. Hence it undergoes a disproportionation reaction. One is oxidation and other one is the reduction. Similarly, bromine also undergoes oxidation and the reduction. Sodium bromide followed by sodium hypobromide formation takes place. On reaction with hot concentrated alkalis, the product formed will be different. Higher oxidation states will be observed. So here disproportionation once again occurs. -1 oxidation state, sodium chloride formation occurs, followed by positive oxidation state. It is not the +1, it is +5, sodium chlorate, and here in this case sodium bromide formation takes place. Thus, reactions of fluorine with respect to alkali are a special case. leads to oxygen difluoride under normal condition and leads to oxygen under very hot and concentrated conditions. Similarly, with respect to the other halogens, under normal conditions, chlorides and the hypochlorite formation takes place. Under hot and concentrated conditions, chloride and the chloride formation takes place. Thus, reaction of alkali with halogens takes place. Yes, reaction with metals. Halogens reacts with metals. As a result, metal halides are formed. Whereas the reactivity related to the halogens in reaction with metals is once again the same order of reactivity of halogens is maintained. That is, fluorine is greater than, chlorine is greater than, bromine is greater than iodine. Fluorine, it is more reactive, even it reacts with the noble metals like Rm as well as the platinum. Whereas the remaining elements like chlorine, bromine never dare to react with the noble metals. Whereas in general, metal fluorides are ionic. All metal fluorides are ionic except one or two cases like beryllium fluoride, which is covalent in nature. The combinations of halogens with different metals, suppose copper followed by fluorine, copper fluoride, chlorine with magnesium, magnesium chloride, bromine with aluminium, aluminium bromide. Similarly, sodium followed by iodine, sodium iodide. These are all are metal halides. Whereas this ionic character of these metal halides decreases from top to bottom of the formed halides. Suppose a particular metal forms fluorides, chlorides, bromides and the iodides. In that, the most ionic is fluoride and the least ionic is iodide. Thus, as per the Fazen's rule, if metal atom remains same, the counter anion changes. Here that is halide. Halide ion changes. Top to bottom halide ion size increases. As size increases, the polarization power of cation drags the anion towards its side, and this particular dragging back of electron density from the anion is higher in case of the bigger anions. So therefore it is reverse to that of ionic character. It is known as covalent character. That covalent character increases, ionic character decreases. Thus, in metals of more than one oxidation states also, we will find that metal with lower oxidation states are there, metals with higher oxidation states are there. Lower oxidation state containing metals are more ionic and higher oxidation state containing metals are more covalent. So suppose if I want to measure covalent character of the metal and the halogen combination in which higher oxidation state maintaining metal related halide is higher covalent character. Hence, if I want to measure ionic character for the same compositions, whereas ionic character is higher for the lower oxidation state containing halides. And here, this particular case, here what happens is once again the dragging of electron density from the anion towards the cation, which is reverse to that of the ionic character, which is reference or symbol for the covalent character. Thus, as the size of anion increases, the polarizability of anion increases, that is undergoing polarization ability increases. The more the polarizability, the easy destruction of electron density is present. The more easy the destruction of the electron density, that is symbol for the more covalent in character. Thus, as the size of halogen increases for the same metal, the reverse backing of the electron density, giving back electron density to the cation increases, which is known as covalent in character. Yes, a special case in oxidation power, a submission or exception present in the oxidation power. Generally, the smaller halogen atom replaces the bigger halide ions to the corresponding halogens. But here an abnormality is present. In case of potassium chloride, on reaction with the iodine, it leads to the formation of potassium iodide followed by chlorine. Here, the bigger ion replaces the smaller, which is abnormal to that of the regular order of discussion. In this case, what happens is the thermal stability of the KiO3 is greater compared to that of the KClO3, and which is also once again greater compared to the KBrO3. Due to this reason, here what happens is iodine replaces KClO3 and makes KClO3 to KiO3 that is potassium chlorate is converted to potassium iodate. Thermal stability is present like this. KiO3 is having higher stability. Then KClO3, and the least stability is present for the KBrO3 that is potassium bromate.